Hi and welcome back to part 3, or level 1 part 3 of my electronic music production with Ableton Live course. Been messing about with a few settings, so hopefully the sound quality on this one and all the future videos will be a bit improved on the first one. So in the previous lesson we looked at how to create a basic arrangement for a song just by recording clips that we were playing in the session view. Recording those directly into the arrangement view. Remembering the two views are basically linked. We have the same tracks. If we look on the screen now, you can see we've got two audio tracks. We've got like a pinky colour here and a whatever colour that is, and we've got the same thing over here. So any changes we make to the colours or the names or the devices or anything on the arrangement view, the same thing will happen in session view. Now, another way to create an arrangement is to drag and drop clips from our session view and drop them into the arrangement view, and sort of build your arrangement up bit by bit, clip by clip. I generally will do it this way because what I will use is I'll use the session view just to get a few ideas, and then generally I will kind of arrange while I'm writing, and I prefer to do it that bit rather than try and work out my whole arrangement in session view and then record it in one go into arrangement view. Obviously it's entirely up to you which way you would prefer to work. So I'm going to use the Loop Masters mixtape again. If you check out the previous videos, there are links to this free pack. If you go to the Ableton website as well, ableton.com, and click on the packs link, there is a section called free. There are loads of free packs on there, so go and grab all that free content because it's really useful just for experimenting and getting used to playing it. But I'm going to use the Loop Masters thing again. I'm just going to put a few clips in here. This track here, which I'm actually just going to rename, just ignore this track because this is the track that my microphone is going into. So I'll just do one clip for now while I talk about things, and then I'll show you how to do other stuff in a minute. So this is just like a drum loop. Okay, so at the moment that is just in session view. There's nothing, as you can see, in arrangement view. So to get that clip, loop, whatever you want to call it, from session view into arrangement view is dead easy. All you do is click and hold on it. Okay, so we're left clicking and holding on it. Press the tab button on your computer keyboard and you'll see it jumps us over into session view, and you'll see here it's kind of it's got hold of the clip here with a little plus sign next to it, so you can drop that wherever you want in your arrangement. So I'm going to stick it right at the beginning in number 1 there. Just going to stop the main transport playing. Okay, so if I play, we're not going to hear anything because if you remember from the previous lesson, we've got to bring Ableton into focus on the arrangement view, because at the moment it's still kind of focused on that view. So remember, we can press here if we just want to do this track, or here we'll bring everything in. So if I now play it, okay, we've got our clip playing. So we've just brought that in from here. So if you've created clips in here, they can be MIDI clips or audio clips, and then you want to take them into arrangement view. A really easy way of doing it. So remember, you just click on it, hold it, so click, keep pressing down, press the tab button, and then you're away. It's going to close that just so I've got a bit more space to work with on the screen. So now we've got one clip in here, we can start to do some stuff with it to arrange our track. If we want to make this clip a bit longer, okay, so at the moment it's a 4-bar clip. So let's say I want that to run for 9 bars and then stop. So there's a few ways we could do that. First one is we can just drag it out and extend it. So if we put our cursor at the end of the title bar here, so this is the important bit of the title bar here, not this bit down here, you'll see it turns into a bracket. And if you just click and hold on that and drag to the right, you can see it extends the clip out that way. So again, a lot of these it's just like click, keep your mouse button pressed down and drag. If, let's say, I'd originally put this to start at bar 12 and I wanted it to actually start at bar 9, I can also do the same thing from the other end of the clip. So you can go either way with that. So remember, very, very useful shortcut actually to undo our previous edits that we've done is Control and Z. So let's say, okay, now I've done that, I don't want to do that, I want to get back to the 4-bar clip starting on bar 1, press Control and Z. And you can see each time you press it, it takes it back a step. And that will keep going and take it back to the steps. Every edit you've done from the last time you saved it. Okay, so if you save it, that's kind of like the new starting point of your undo buttons. So if I'd made those changes, I just did those and saved it and then clicked undo, it wouldn't do anything. I'll just demonstrate that. You can redo as well, which I can never remember, which is Control and Y. So let's just redo that. Okay, now if I now save, a few ways of saving, which I guess we should have covered on previous lessons because it's an important thing. We can go to File, we can go to Save Live Set. Now, at the moment, it's just untitled. So the first time you save it, it's going to ask you what you want to save it as. So I'm just going to put it as, I don't know, level 1. Okay. Another way of saving it, a much quicker way, shortcut is Control and then S. Okay, that's a really great way of saving it nice and quickly. And try and get into the habit of obviously saving stuff at regular intervals. Because you know what computers are like, they will decide to crash for no apparent reason and then you lose all your work. If you want to save the different versions you've done, you can go on File and Save Live Set As. So you might make 5 or 6 changes to it and think, right, I still want to keep my original version, but I want to have the version with the changes on it as well. So I might go File, Save As, Level 1, Version 1 or whatever. I can then go back to my previous versions if I want, because as I've now saved this, if I press Control Z, okay, I'm pressing that there, nothing happens. And if I go into the edit there, you see it says there's nothing to undo because we've saved it. Okay, so remember, whenever you save it, you can't undo any edits previous to that. So hopefully that makes sense. And that's why sometimes it's a good habit to get into, to save your different versions as you go through. So let's just bring this back here. I was going to take it down back to 4 bars again, just for now. So we can drag it out. Let's say we want this clip to play here and then a gap, and then we want it to play again on bar 12. Obviously we wouldn't be able to drag across because it's going to fill all this in. So easy way of that is to copy and paste. So if we right click in the title bar, we get our editing options here. So we can select copy, and you can see it tells you the shortcut, which is Control C. I generally will use keyboard shortcuts because it's a lot quicker. So all you would do to do the shortcut, highlight it by clicking in the title bar, Control C, that is now copied to your clipboard. Place your marker line here. So just click on wherever you want, you'll see that line where you want it to paste, and then paste. You can see the shortcut here is Control V, and that will paste it there. Okay, so I'm just going to undo and get rid of that one. Another way of copying a clip across is to click on it, and then while you're holding down with your mouse, again it's a left click, so click and hold, press the Control button, and then you'll see a little plus sign now appears, and you drag across, and you can see it duplicates the clip, and you can place it wherever you want. And I generally will always use this method because it's a lot quicker and it's a lot easier. So let's just go through that again. So we click, hold your Control button, drag across. Now the important bit here is that you let go of your mouse before the Control button. So when I'm going to let go of my mouse and then the Control button. If you do it the other way round, if I do it again, okay, go to there and then I let go of the Control button, it just moves the clip. Okay, so just watch out for that. Obviously, if you want to just move the clip, just grab in the name bit there and just shift it around to wherever you want it. Fairly straightforward. As well as dragging out, which can sometimes be a bit hit and miss if you're not sure where you want to go, how far you want to go with that, and number of bars. Let's say I want this clip to repeat 4 times and I know it's 4 bars long. So rather than me trying to drag it out and think, right, 4 bars is going to take me up to bar 20, whatever, what I can do, let's get this back to the beginning, is again highlight it, and a computer keyboard shortcut Control. I think wherever I refer to Control, I'm referring to the PC. I think on a Mac it's Command, but the shortcut should be the same. So if I do Control D, you can see it just copies it straight across. So I can then go 1, 2, 3, copy that 3 times. I've now got 4 copies of my original clip. Very, very quick and easy way of doing that. You can do it by right clicking as well. You can say right click and duplicate, but computer keyboard shortcut is a lot quicker. To delete our clips, again, we just got to highlight them. Remember, to highlight them, you need to always click in the title bar. So if I want to get rid of that one, I'm just going to click on it, hit the delete button and it's gone. Let's say I want to get rid of that one, hit that and it's gone. You can also rename your clips, because you might have an original clip here that we then put in here and we do an edit or change something to it. So we might want to rename that. So again, we can right click and choose rename, or highlight the clip, computer keyboard shortcut, Control R. So we might call that loop 1, and then we might call that loop 1, I don't know, version 1, something like that. So you know which clips you are, and then this one might be a copy of that one again, so you can see your different versions of your clip as well. So it's good to get into the habit of renaming and organizing as you go across. Right, so one other thing actually is, let's just take this back. I was going to get rid of those names. So let's say I've duplicated this clip 4 times. Okay. Now at the moment here I've got 4 separate clips. So when I'm playing, if you watch what happens in the bottom down here, okay, so you can see this is moving through this clip, and we're looking in the clip view, we can see where it's playing. Now when it moves to this clip, we no longer see this because it's a separate clip. Okay, it's an entirely separate clip. We would need to highlight that to see what's going off down here. Now, if we want to make changes to all of these separate clips, let's say we might want to transpose the pitch up across those 16 bars or something like that, we would need to make them all one clip. And sometimes as well, for organization point of view, it's easier to do that. So we may have started with a 4-bar loop, and then they think that we're never ever going to use it as a 4-bar loop. We're always going to use it as a 16-bar loop, which we've got here. But to do that as it is at the moment, we would have to highlight all of the clips, and then we could move them all in one go if we wanted to do that. So to highlight all the clips, if you did want to do that, the easiest way is click on the first one, hold your shift button down, click on the last one, it's going to highlight them all. Okay, and that way if you want to move all your clips in one go, you can do that. But that still doesn't give us the facility to do some work down here and make everything change at the same time. You may notice down here we get these kind of striped lines. That tells you you've got several clips selected, or several separate clips selected at the same time. So what we need to do is convert all of these clips into one clip, and this is called consolidating. So the simplest way to do it, select all the clips as we've just said. So click on your first one, hold your shift button down, click on the last one. Again, we can right click and go choose consolidate, or easiest way, again, keyboard shortcut Control J. So I'm going to press that now, watch what happens to the clip. Okay, it will do its thing. You can see we now have one long clip, 16 bars long, and the whole thing is available to us down here as one clip. So I can now transpose. I might want to change the volume or something, and that's going to affect the whole clip. So again, just something to bear in mind if you do a lot of duplication and you want to make changes to all those clips in one go. Easiest way to do that is just consolidate it down into one clip. So that's kind of all the basic editing functions for the clips, and also a quick run through of how you can get your clips from session view into arrangement view, and then you can arrange your song bit by bit like this. And generally this is the way I will do it. I'll bring all my clips in, and then I'll start to move things around and think, yeah, I don't like that there, put it there, and so on. Okay, hopefully that makes some sense to you and has given you a few more bits to work on. So I would just play back with a few clips and just really get your head around those editing functions and try and memorize those computer keyboard shortcuts, because they do save a lot of time. Okay, if you've got any questions or comments or even suggestions for future videos, put those in the comments box below. Please like and subscribe. Feel free to share the videos around, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.